You ever just start working on something thinking it was going to be some simple little project, and then it ended up being more than what you expected? Yeah, never had that experience. Hello, and welcome to Friday. It's late. It is super late. It is 2 a.m. I did not expect this to take as long as it did, but it did. Now, as for what this is, at around like 9 o'clock, shortly after I dilated, I had decided I was going to do a little bit of cleanup and tuning on my computer. Nothing crazy, just, change the thermal paste, clean the fans, something like that. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I ended up working on this way more than I expected. Now, you may have noticed, for those of you who have keen eyes, I changed a lot. To kind of go a bit more into detail, for one, the capture card and the GPU have been reslotted. Originally, the GPU was in the PCIe slot that the capture card is currently in, and vice versa. Now, the reason why I changed those out is because the capture card was directly underneath the GPU to the point that it was covering one of the fans entirely, and there was such little clearance that it was blocking airflow. Now, I did some research on the motherboard, and turns out that the top two PCIe expansion slots are indeed 16-bit threading. So, both the set top two ports can be used for the GPU, and considering that the only way I could actually fit the two and have proper usage and proper airflow was to have the GPU in the middle slot and the capture card on the top slot. Yes, I'm not joking. That GPU is in the middle slot, not the bottom slot. That's just how big the GPU is. Now, the other thing that sucks is I used to have three 120mm fans on the bottom instead of on the side. Because I moved the GPU to, the middle, there wasn't enough clearance to have the fans on the side, so the fans had to go back. I couldn't have them on the bottom, they had to go back on the side. So the fans got moved back to the side instead of the bottom. Now that runs into another issue. I had a lot of hard drives. I actually had 2 hard drives in the front and 2 in the back on the side right there, because I have a lot of hard drives. Currently, I have a NVMe drive on the motherboard for my OS. I have a 2TB SSD for games, and then I also have a 2TB HDD for all of my project files. I also had 4 other drives. I had 2 HDDs for just additional games. I had 1 more drive for just rendered videos, whatever videos were completed. The finalized videos were on their own separate drives. And then I had another drive for just raw footage. So that was, I don't even know how many hard drives that is. A lot. I think that's 7 hard drives in total. Or 6. I think that's 6 or 7. I don't know. I'm tired. In order to make sure that the GPU had proper airflow, the capture card wasn't overheating the GPU, I was able to have my extra fans and have the hard drives all in the same spot. I had to make some compromises. So you're probably wondering, okay, well, if the fans are where the hard drives used to be, where are the hard drives? The hard drives are in this hard drive bay. Now, funny enough, I actually don't know if this has been talked about on the vlog, but that hard drive bay was actually originally a Christmas gift to Johnny from me. The first year we started dating. That was a Christmas gift to him because he was running out of hard drive space, and so I got him the hard drive bay as well as a bunch of extra drives, and eventually he just got a better case so he could fit all of them and didn't need the hard drive bay, and so I took it, and then I realized I didn't need it, so I gave it back to him. He was using it until today. I decided, nah, I need it back. So we actually swapped hard drive bays because I was using, let me show it. I was actually using that one over there, which works good, but it only holds 2 hard drives. I had 5 extra drives that I needed to have plugged into this computer. And this drive, or this hard drive bay happens to hold 5 hard drives. So, yeah, and Johnny only has 1 hard drive. So I needed the ports and he didn't. So the 2 port, that one that I showed, we actually have 2 of them. So I gave one to Johnny and he's currently using it. And I took the 5 bay one. Now, originally I was using that hard drive bay, but I stopped using it because a lot of my really important drives I was shoving into it and was actively reading and writing data all the time to the point that it was throttling my performance, specifically with like streaming and stuff, because I had the wonderful idea that my project data drive would go in the hard drive bay. The same drive that I use for all of my OBS assets, all of my art assets, all of my Adobe Premiere files, like literally my most used hard drive was in the hard drive bay. Because I'm smart like that, I guess. But the funny thing is with this computer case, this case can fit 1 standard hard drive. It can fit 2 SSDs and 1 standard hard drive. So you would probably think, like, wouldn't you just put the project data drive in the computer and then everything else goes in the hard drive bay? Because again, 2 of the hard drives are just for games. In fact, I think both of the drives are empty right now because most of the games that I'm actively playing on my computer are on my SSD. Those 2 standard hard drives, the HDDs, are mostly for like collection clearing games. Like just something that I am going to install, play for 30 minutes on collection clearing, and then probably never touch it again. That's what those drives are for. And then 1 drive is just for raw footage. That drive is only there to store raw data that is eventually going to be deleted. I just have that drive sitting there for when I need to edit videos. And then the 3rd drive is just finalized video files. Literally, it just, once a video is done, I render it onto that 1 drive, and those files sit there until I eventually upload them, and then when the drive is full, I shove it in a freaking suitcase. That's a drive that could easily go in the hard drive bay. And then I don't even know what number drive I'm on. Drive number 5. I never even went into drive number 5. Drive number 5 is just archived retro games. Like, it's just games that I emulate. So, all of those drives can just go in the hard drive bay. And for some reason, when I was using this months ago, I just couldn't figure that out. I figured everything had to get plugged into the motherboard because I just happened to have enough freaking SATA ports to support all the hard drives. Problem is, my case doesn't have enough space. So, after thinking about it for 5 minutes and realizing, oh yeah, just put the project data drive into the computer, the SSDs can just stay in the case, and everything else can just go in the hard drive bay, you know, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So yeah, 2:30 in the morning now, and I figured it all out. I also decided to take this time to change a lot of my RGB stuff, so a lot of my RGB effects are different, but yeah, this was originally designed to just be a quick cleanup job. It ended up being more than that. Anywho, Johnny's already asleep. Thankfully, we don't have to do anything crazy. We're gonna go pick up groceries tomorrow afternoon. I think that's gonna be it for tomorrow. My birthday's next week, and we were talking about, you know, what we want to do or what I want to do. And, like, I have an idea for what I want to do. And, like, I want to do it with Johnny, but at the same time, that requires me to drive. And I still can't stand for certain periods. Like, I'm exhausted. After doing this, like, I actually had to take a break for a little bit because, like, I was in pain. And unfortunately, the place that I want to go to for my birthday, I want to go to Graywell. I want to go to my favorite store. And it's about the same distance to the, you know, from there, from our home, than it is, like, to Johnny's work. And if I struggle to handle going to Johnny's work, I'm probably going to struggle driving to my favorite store. And traffic's going to be busy tomorrow because it's a Saturday. So, yeah, I think we're just going to go on, or I'm going to go on my birthday because unfortunately Johnny wasn't able to get the day off. So, I'll probably just go by myself on my birthday. I'm not doing anything exciting for my birthday this year, truth be told. Last year was not great for my birthday. Not going to go into details, just some really, really rough family drama happened, and family was oh so gracious to dump it on my birthday. So those thoughts are still fresh in my mind, because my birthday this year will be the 1-year anniversary of all that happening. So it's still not only fresh in my mind, but it's fresh in everyone else's mind. So I really don't want to talk too much. Like, again, I don't want to talk about it, but it's more of just, those thoughts are still fresh. I don't really want to do anything crazy as a result. And also, I brought it up to Johnny this morning. Surgery has kind of made me the center of attention for the last month, and I'm not used to that. I know that sounds weird as I'm holding a camera in front of my face. This feels completely different. I am not used to being the center of attention of everyone's lives, and to be honest, I don't like it. I'm actually kind of sick of being the center of attention, so I'm totally okay with my birthday just being super chill and on the down low, because again, bad memories from last year. I've been the center of attention for over a month, and also the surgery. I'm still recovering from surgery. I'd love to go visit family for my birthday, but even family was saying like, ooh, yeah, probably not because of XYZ reasons. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna go to Graywell on my birthday and buy a cake, and that's about it. Anywho, I'm very tired, so I'm gonna go to bed. That's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you all tomorrow.